not only increase the flow, but produce the cow.
Paging Miss Barton. Paging Miss Barton. You are wanted in Mr. Grant's office. Paging Miss Barton. You are wanted in Mr. Grant's office.
Come in. Sit down, Jane.
This is a prestige film, and it's got to have poetic integrity.
Glamour.
Integrity.
And don't get excited. Take it slowly, and we'll deal with the problems one by one. You first, Richard.
The film has to have poetic integrity, lay bare the soul of the country. I'd like to be fresh, new, experimental.
It's very good, as long as we don't overdo it. And what are your thoughts, Jack?
How I see it, you've got to project an image. So when you say Australia to people overseas, you get this positive projection image. It's got to be hard sell, tourist-wise.
But dignified, of course.
Oh, sure.
We have an opportunity here to do something really worthwhile. Expose the vastness, the contrasts, the last discovered continent opening up like a great stone flower.
Something for all the family, aimed right at the heart.
The film has a sort of symbolic synthesis.
Well, I don't see why we can't do both, within reason. I like your ideas, both of them. But let's look at what we're doing. It's a big job. We're to make a film on the tourist attractions of Australia. It must show the vast potential of the country. It must have broad appeal for the overseas audiences. This is to be the film that shows everything. And we've got 20 minutes to do it in.
Can't be done.
I quite agree. But nevertheless, there are a lot of people interested in this project. And they'll all expect to be satisfied. I think we can do it. Now, Jack, what about it?
All right, I'll have a go.
Good boy.
Here's how I see it. This picture has to pack a real punch. We've got everything a tourist could ask for. Beaches, snow, mountain cities, outback. You can make a dozen films. I see it this way. It's a big country, so we treat it big. Big locations, color, big sound to back it up. Full orchestra, plenty of strings. Maybe even a choir. We open with a shot of a ship arriving. Sydney. And hit him with the theme music right at the start. It's a liner on a cruise from San Francisco. And we get good big shots with the city in the background. We see a typical American family on board. There's father. He's a lawyer. The son, still in college. Mother, her first trip. Junior, all eyes. And big sister. 5 eager tourists.
Just a minute, Jack. I think 4 would be plenty, don't you? I wouldn't have more than 4. Think of the budget.
Get them for free.
And besides, well, the child. Think of the child welfare department. We could do without the small boy.
Okay, lose the boy. 4 eager tourists about to take in Australia. From the tropics to the snow. First stop, the animals. They always go down big, so we'll stick to the ones with appeal. Like koalas. And we'll have a platypus next.
If you work in a line about the only egg-laying mammal in the world, the education people will be happy.
Okay. And we must have an echidna. But we'll call him a spiny anteater. And then a kangaroo, that's a must. Big and known.
Or a couple of joeys, warm and cuddly.
Fine. We could finish with a daughter hugging a koala. And that'll be about enough animals, I think.
Why stop there? You left out so many.
Yeah, I was wondering whether to include kookaburras.
I think you must.
And of course, there's wallabies and wombats.
Of course.
And emus.
Blue-tongued lizards, dingoes, and the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, shut up.
Well, let's leave the details, shall we? What did you in mind to follow?
A hotel. We show the family in one of the suites of the new hotels. A good suite, of course.
Naturally.
Now we start splitting them up. They've all got different interests, see? That way we cover plenty of territory.
And they have a big argument about where to go.
No, they don't. They all go off on their own for a week. Mother loves cities. She wants to explore Sydney and then take in Melbourne. The sister is ski mad, so she's off to the snow. Dad's crazy about fishing. His only trouble is there are so many spots to choose from. The boy knows what he wants, sun and sand, so he's off to Queensland.
Dressed like that, he'll be arrested.
He's trying them on. He's off to the Gold Coast, Australia's winter playground. Sun, surf, glamorous dolls. You know the stuff.
Only too well.
You better show something of the accommodation, too.
He'll stay at a hotel in Surfer's Paradise, and we'll do a sequence beside the swimming pool.
Take him further north, up to one of the islands.
Great! A tropical island complete with palms.
He can live alone and sleep under the stars.
You kidding? The boy's not a hermit. He wants to have fun, meet people. Here's where we introduce a little sex. He's walking by the pool one day, and he meets the girl...
Hold it.
What's the matter?
Just what you mean by introduce a little sex.
Oh, you know, he meets this girl, they like each other, and, well...
We must avoid anything that might be misinterpreted. What's the girl like?
Oh.
What type is she?
Oh, I don't know. The sort of girl any man would like to meet on a tropical island.
All right, well, let's go back and start again. How do you propose to have them meet?
Fate.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Of course, it turns out she's a new arrival, too. So they set out to explore the island together.
I'd love to.
And we get a chance to throw in some of the scenery. Then on a lonely beach, they play a love scene.
But they've only just met.
Okay, it's love at first sight.
Well, what you don't ever do it?
Well, if you think it's too much, we can always cut away to something.
I can guess what's coming.
All right, that's enough. Cut it.
Now what's wrong?
I'm surprised at you, Jackie boy.
You must have romance. Make it elegant. Give it style. Style. Put them in a lyrical setting. A forest glade. Hear the birds. And the sigh of the wind. Distant surf.
How have they got there?
Quite irrelevant. It's their own dream world. And as they move through it, every gesture is filled with romantic meaning.
Yeah, marvelous. Then, almost as if by magic, they're drawn together. Close. Very close. Their eyes meet. And then
nothing. Forget the love scene. Find something else for them to do. Send them dancing.
All right. The Continental Cabaret. Soft lights, sweet music. And as they dance, the warm tropical night casts its spell upon them. And...
Watch it.
But they dance on.
Attaboy.
Now, we won't push our luck too far. Let's move on to another member of the family. Where's the daughter?
Up in the snowfields. The commentary can lay it on a bit here. You know, mountain after snow-covered mountain, winter sun filling the valleys, perfect conditions for the experienced skier as well as the beginner. Ski lifts, chalets, instructors, all that stuff.
What about a scene in one of the ski lodges?
That's where we find the daughter. Alone at first.
But not for long if I know our Jack.
He's a ski instructor, a European out here for the season.
They're a wild lot, this family of yours.
He's taking us skiing, that's all.
I'm relieved to hear it.
We'll just get them started off and let the music carry them.
That's taking care of the daughter. Now, where's the father?
We'll get him landing a marlin.
I'd rather see him trout fishing. Better scenery. And it's a good opportunity to show off the snowy mountains, the rivers and the new lakes.
Deep sea fishing's the big thing these days.
Nonsense. Trout fishing is still just as popular.
But big game fishing is for real men.
Is that so? I'm a trout fisherman.
Oh, well, whatever it is, he catches something and it's big. Perhaps we'd better move on to Mother. She's flown off to look at Melbourne.
Who's your favorite group? Let's say the Bee Gees, you know?